Welcome to Tea Time. How's it going, George?
I'm just gonna take it in for a minute. Hey yo. Well,
How's it going?
it's good to be sitting here next to Dr. Lear.
Back in the States?
Back in the States. They let me back in,
They let you back in, yeah?
which is always kind of nice.
Was it harder to go there with Dynavaps or to come back with Dynavaps? Or neither?
So, I've been through customs in a range of different countries quite a few times over the years. And so far, I've only run into, we'll say, any moderate level of challenge coming back into the U.S.
Okay.
So far, going into any other country, it's been almost kind of bizarre in the regard that sometimes it's almost like there is no customs.
Fascinating. Okay.
Like, get off the plane and it's, oh, I'm here.
Yeah, I mean, I know once you're in the system, you're kind of like, okay, it's all good.
Oh,
So is it kind of like that?
I don't know.
It's just
But
weird.
I'm just saying that in general, like going to Europe
Yeah.
has not been difficult.
Okay.
In fact, there was one moment though when I was going to Europe where I wasn't sure if I was going to get into Europe, and that would have been in October of 2020. Because travel is banned. No one's supposed to go anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, right.
And, maybe some people may not agree with me, but I decided to go anyway. And just to see, okay, well, if travel's banned, who's it actually banned for? Because the
Right.
airplanes are still flying. I can still buy a plane ticket. And I know there's other people that I see that are traveling and are conducting business. Okay. Let's see what happens. And, yeah, I did have to wait for a few minutes that time
Yeah.
before they came back and said, okay, you're good to go.
Okay. So there was like this tiny wait. Just check it out.
It was probably one of the most fascinating waits I've ever had, because here I arrived in Amsterdam, and a custom agent asked me, what are you here for? I said, well, so I have some important business. He said, do you have the paperwork? I was like, sure. I handed my paperwork, and he basically said, just go with my colleague. And I was like, okay, so he walked me like, I don't know, a few meters to the right. He says, just wait right here. I was like, okay. This has never happened before.
Okay.
But it wasn't like, come back to this room. No, it's just wait right here, right?
Yeah, right.
And this was, I'm going to say, it still somewhat of the early stage of what I might refer to as my coming to the realization of who I really am, what my place in this experience or adventure
Purpose
might really be.
somewhat.
What's my purpose?
Yeah.
As well as
trying
to develop a little bit better understanding in terms of mindset.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And how critically important a person's mindset is to determining what the experience that person is going to receive.
Yeah.
Okay, and
Well
so
said.
as I'm standing here waiting for the customs agent to return and let me know if I have to get back on an airplane and go back to the US, that was not very appealing. Or if they were going to let me continue on my way with this trip that I planned out.
So, are you trying to say that it was hard, but you were trying to be just content with the situation,
Well,
right?
I made a very clear decision when the whole thing came about. It's like, you know what? It's perfectly happy. Oh, definitely air it up a little bit. Well, welcome back. Quite sure I'll say. I can't pronounce that plus.
Which one?
The red one from YouTube.
Oh.
But welcome back. That was a tough one.
Yeah, that is tough. And it's gone. Oh, there we go.
Anyway, once I decided, you know what, it's time to explore the boundary a little bit. It's like, from the very beginning, I just acknowledged the potential outcomes. It could be very simple, and I go have an amazing trip, or I could get there and be received not with open arms, but with a, what the hell are you doing here? No, that's not going to work. You might as well just leave right now.
You're not supposed to be here.
And it's like, well, only one way to find out. And either way, it's going to make for an interesting story at some point in the future. It's like, yeah, there was this one time when I flew all the way to Europe and they told me I couldn't come in, so I had to fly all the way back same day. But
that'd have been a long flight. Oof. It's already a long flight.
It wouldn't have been as bad as what happened to me 6 months earlier at Spannabis.
All right,
It was way worse.
What's so bad?
Well, because on this trip, after I decided that I was willing to take the risk, and I flew all the way there, and I had to stand there, you know, at customs and wait.
Okay.
And I'm standing there, and I was practicing what many people would refer to as visualization.
Okay, yep.
Okay. And I've been to Amsterdam many times up to this point. So I knew what it looked like. I've been through the airport. I know what it looked like outside the airport. So I was simply visualizing myself
Right.
walking out the airport.
Okay.
Okay. I was visualizing the custom agents coming back and saying, "You're good to go." And really focusing on it with some major intent. And I just stood there. You know, there's some place I could have sat down. I was like, no, I'm going to stand right where he says, just wait right here. And I'm just going to focus on exactly what I want to occur. And just try and visualize it as clearly a picture as I possibly can. And then it happened. Almost exactly as I was hoping it would. And it was so bizarre in the regard that, you know, of course, this is during all the lockdowns and travel restrictions and everything else, and, you know, supposed to quarantine, everything, all the stuff. There was no paperwork given. There was no direction given. There was nothing that happened other than custom agent comes back, and I swear I could see a smile on his face, even though he was wearing a mask.
Right.
I said, "Okay, you're good to go." And this was back in the day when they actually used to stamp passports. They go, "Do I need a stamp on my passport?" "No, already did it. You're good to go." It's like, okay, I'm good to go. And so I just, all right, here we go. Such an interesting adventure. But no, the Spannabis one was just crazy stuff. You know, there was a lot of
Sounds
people.
like
This was as COVID was just beginning to, probably just a little bit less, beginning to become problematic. Uh, Visualizing someone bringing my dad in a hot tub, it's not working. Maybe focus. Got to get the heart rate down. It helps. And one of the most important things with visualization is calm. Deep breath, calm. Heart rate down, relax. Anyway, so as things were just kind of getting going in March 2020, it was a really exciting moment for us as a company, right? This was the first year that we actually were going to have our own booth at Spanibus. Okay. So we paid for that, planned it all out, getting everything ready to go, coordinated a whole bunch of people to go. I think we were going to have like 5 or 6 people here from the U.S. all fly to Spain that year.
Oh, that's awesome.
And so I flew there along with Pranav first. Okay. I arrived a few hours before he did. And this was on, I arrived there on Wednesday. Okay. Wednesday? Yeah, on Wednesday.
Where do you arrive at?
Barcelona.
Barcelona, okay.
Okay. And Spanibus starts on Friday. Okay, so most things are getting set up on Wednesday and Thursday.
Right.
The show opens on Friday. So you get there Wednesday. The people that have the really big booths are starting their setup, right? And the people with the smaller ones start on Thursday. So the people with the big stuff don't have all the other people in the way.
Okay? Makes sense, yeah.
Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
And I get there, and Spanibus have been communicating the weeks leading up, saying, no, we're not canceling, until we absolutely have to. We know this is important to everybody.
Right.
So, okay, I arrived in Barcelona at like 1 in the afternoon. Okay, and it's a long flight because it's like that route I flew from Chicago to Dublin and then connected from Dublin to Barcelona. So it's a little bit under 8 hours to get to Dublin, and then a little less than 2 to get from Dublin to Barcelona.
Right.
Okay. Plus delays and connections, that sort of thing. So it's a bit of a flight. So like 1 in the afternoon, I'm getting there.
Mm-hmm.
Meet the person, get into the Airbnb. That takes a while to get in the coordination. Really, really cool place. And
were you pretty close to like?
No. But Barcelona's kind of hard to describe unless you've been there.
Yeah.
You don't want to stay next to Spanibus. There's not much exciting stuff there.
Okay.
So you take the subway or you take a taxi or whatever. Anyway, so get that taken care of. I'm tired from traveling. I want a nap. Like go upstairs, just lay down, and someone starts hammer drilling holes in the brick on the other side of where my bed is.
Okay.
If you know what a hammer drilling through a concrete or brick wall sounds like. It's like
I don't think earplugs are gonna do it.
No.
It's literally
I thought it'd be like one hole. No. This continues for like 15 minutes. I'm like, all right, I guess I'm not gonna get a nap. So I get up, I go to a little cafe, get an espresso, get a little something to eat. Now I got to stay up until bedtime because you don't want to sleep in the middle of the day for hours because it really messes with the time zone adjustment.
Okay.
So anyway, well, we might have a few sunburst colors. We'll see if we can help you out there. Anyway, so I ended up meeting up with some people. They're doing a store opening. This is when Cookies was opening their store in Barcelona, 2020. And through some connections, they were going to put some of our product there. I was like, oh, that's cool. Get down there, and we're seeing it all and chatting with some of the people there. And then someone pulls up and is like, yep, they just canceled Spanibus.
Oh, no way.
I'm like, oh, that sucks. That really sucks. And this is at the point where a lot of the big booths had already been set up.
Okay.
So
So they did it
now they
really at
spend
the
all the
last
money.
minute.
They've set all their stuff up and paid for all that, and now they got to go and tear it all down, just as if they had the show, but without having the show.
That's so
Okay. I was like, man. So we hang out for a little bit, go get some food, go to one of the social clubs, meet some other people, because there's a lot of people all congregating here, because the show's going to start
right.
like in 24 hours, right?
Yeah.
Get back to the Airbnb. It's like midnight. A few of others who were just still chatting, because it's kind of exciting. People I haven't seen in a while. Finally get to bed at like 2. I'm just dragging ass. Okay.
You haven't slept.
I haven't slept yet.
Yeah.
All right, go to bed, lie down, and I'm just about to fall asleep. And Pranav knocks on my door. He's like, "Hey, sorry to bother you, but Trump just banned travel from Europe to the U.S." I'm like, no, this is really happening.
What?
It's like 2:45 in the morning. Yeah, it's gonna take effect in 48 hours. I'm like, man.
So it's time to get out of there, basically. Was that the move?
It was this interesting decision point where I was like, all right, how should I put it? I was gonna go to Amsterdam after Spannabis, right?
Right.
Like, all right, Europe's not shut down yet. Do I hurry up and get out of here and just basically trash the entire trip? Or do I just hang here for a couple days, fly to Amsterdam, and then find my way back? Because they're not going to not let me back in, I don't think. But who knows? There's all these unknown things. There's like just unprecedented events, right?
Right.
But eventually, I was like, oh, and I was even thinking, how much impact, positively or negatively, could I have or would I have by trying to execute what I do for Dynavap remotely from Europe for a month or
For a
2
month.
months or who
'Cause
knows
you
how
can't
long
come
I'd be
back.
forced to stay there because
that's
all these
messed up.
unknowns.
Yeah, that's a messed up.
But eventually I was like, well, probably best to not do that. So I said to Pranav, look, we better not sleep. We better get our plane tickets now, because I can guarantee you by the time we wake up, there will be none.
Yeah, it's gonna be a chaos.
Because
right?
the announcement had just come through.
Right.
Okay. So we did. We look. Oh, here's one for $800. So buy it. Oh, it's gone. Oh, now it's 1,000. Buy it. It's gone. It's 1,400. Should I buy it? Don't ask. Just buy.
Just buy it.
Okay. This took like an hour and a half before we could finally get one, before it was sold out from underneath us. And it wasn't just the two of us trying to buy plane tickets. It was several people that we had back home also trying to buy plane tickets for us before the two of us were able to secure flights back.
That's so
And
messed up.
holy cow, those were some of the most expensive plane tickets I've ever bought, ever. And they were the shittiest plane tickets I think I've ever bought. It's funny. The return trip from Spannabis that year, just the return trip, cost more than a round trip business class.
So, how did it all play out, though?
Well, so then we got the plane tickets. Okay, now it's 3:30 in the morning.
Right.
Okay. And my flight was leaving at like 8:30 or 9. And I'm like, Pranav, you know what? This is going to be an absolute chaotic disaster at the airport.
You would think so.
We don't dare go to bed now. We should pack our stuff, take a shower, and go to the airport. Because I can almost guarantee you the lines are going to be insane because of what's happening. And so, what do we do? He's like, well, here, I'll make us a cup of tea. We actually did a little live stream on Twitch right then, which is kind of fun. And tired as we were, packed our stuff up, took a shower, and called a taxi and went to the airport. Got to the airport about 6 in the morning.
Okay.
Okay. And sure as to be expected, the lines are out the door to just check your bags, right?
Right.
Get in line, start playing that game, and it's just moving slow and waiting in line for like 2 hours, okay, just to check the bag. It's not even get to security, just to check the bag.
Right.
And as we finally get to the point I can see the counter, I can see what's going on. And what it is, I'm just counting these people. It's like every third or fourth person that's going up to the counter that you're supposed to check your bag
Yeah.
is asking if they can just please, is there an extra seat on the airplane?
Oh, they're just
Because they got different tickets.
Okay.
They're begging, trying to get out because they know what's coming. And they're begging and pleading, and it's just slowing the whole line down. And then they have to get turned away, and they're just an emotional mess, and it's just slowing the whole progression down. But finally, get the bags checked, get through security, and into the airport, and onto the flight. I had to fly through Switzerland, and then land in Chicago. Well, I was supposed to ride back here with Pranav. We're going to carpool, right?
Right.
Because we flew out of Chicago. It's like a 2.5 to 3 hour drive from the Chicago airport to our factory here. Well, his flight didn't arrive until like an hour and a half after mine because we just had to book whatever flight we could.
Oh, right.
So I get to Chicago and I'm just waiting for him as all these people are coming through, for him to get through customs. He finally gets through customs. It's like, okay, now we got to go get my car. Where's your car? Oh, I had to park it at a friend's house. Where's your friend's house? Oh, we got to take an Uber. Okay, so we had to Uber like 25
I know what he's
minutes.
That saves money.
Well, yeah, and I get it. It's all fine. We had to go 25 minutes away from home into Chicago to get the car.
Jesus.
So we get the car. We start heading back, and we're just dog-ass tired because, I mean, it was one of the worst seats in the airplane, and it was just absolutely packed. I swear they took the airplane, and they knew what was happening. Anyway, it felt like they compressed the seating arrangement on the airplane by like 4 inches to get like 4 extra rows of seat on the airplane, right?
Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, think about it. You're selling these seats for $2,000.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was crazy. It cost $2,500 for a one-way ticket
That's messed up.
at the back of the airplane. For one, not both, one. But, so there was no sleeping on the plane, even though I was just ridiculously tired. And then we had to go into Chicago, and then we had to drive now 3 hours back to the shop. And it's like, I can't sleep in the car because if I fall asleep, he's going to fall asleep. We're both going to die. So we're just trying everything we can to keep each other awake. And at this point, it's been, I think for me, it was 45 hours round trip from when the plane took off from Chicago on Tuesday to when I landed back in Chicago on Thursday. It was 42 for Pranav because he left a few hours after I did. Round trip.
Jesus.
No sleep. And then we still had a couple more hours to get back to here. But, I thought things were going to be... So this was going to be a great show. Kind of the whole... the final moment, I didn't even find out about until the next day. And that's... We're really hungry.
Yeah.
Okay, because the food on the airplane was not that great. And we were just trying to get home, and it's late. And it's just been intense. And here we are, coming into Madison, and he's like, I know where we can get some food. I'm like, all right. And there's this burrito place that used to stay open till like 4 o'clock in the morning. Because, businesses used to stay open late before COVID.
Oh, right.
Now they don't.
Right.
Not nearly as much.
A lot of things changed.
And anyway, so So we go get burritos. I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna eat this because I eat it, I'm gonna fall asleep like instantly.
Right.
So I'm holding the burrito, both of them, whatever, you know. He's driving, get me home. It's like 20 minutes further to get home from the burrito place. Okay, almost there, almost there. Finally get there. I get out of the car, grab my stuff. Thanks a bunch, man. And he heads home. He had like another 10 minutes to get
Okay.
home.
So it's
Not
not
that
far.
far away.
Okay.
And I just remember at this point my phone died, right? Because I didn't plug it in, whatever.
Yeah.
I couldn't communicate. I was just so ridiculously tired, you know, because I've been up for several days. And that's without stimulants, you know, because just. So I sit on the couch and ate my burrito. Phone's dead. And what I don't know is that Pranav got to within a few blocks of his house and got a flat tire.
Oh no.
and he couldn't call me because my phone was dead.
That's awesome.
And so I think, you know, as amazingly difficult as the trip was, he got the flat tire. And just
What are the
imagine changing a
odds
flat
of-
tire or dealing with just dealing with that when you haven't slept for several days, not just a day.
What's the saying though that like,
When it rains, it pours.
well, and if it's not, something's gonna happen, it's close to home. A lot of times. Have you heard of that? Like, if you're gonna get into an accident, the odds are it's like gonna be like right.
Oh yeah, within
close.
miles of your house.
You're right.
Well, it's because you spend most time driving.
Yeah.
Is there a magical equation to figure out Celsius? Well, it depends. I think it's actually pretty simplistic. I mean, water freezes at 0 and boils at 100, and everything else is somewhere in between. Yeah. Anyway, that was 20 minutes of Spanibus travel story.
I mean, it's an adventure, right?
Well, and I think it actually kind of helps to complete the whole thought here in terms of why did I want to go in October? Well, because my instinct told me that it wasn't going to be nearly as intense and as uncomfortable a trip as my last trip to Europe was. Even if they told me I had to turn right back around and go home. That'd only been like 18 hours. So yeah. So Jeremy,
Yes.
I don't know if everyone can see, but it seems like your equipment has found its like. Is this like a synth RV?
Yeah. This is a quick setup station.
That's fantastic.
Comes in a case, and
So
I don't know if you know.
why would you want to put all this cool equipment in a case like this?
because we're traveling with it. Got to go to Salem, Oregon to play this equipment next.
And that's happening pretty soon, right?
4th of July. Yep. I'll be leaving on the 3rd.
Okay.
So
So not
Friday.
tomorrow.
No. Friday. Next Friday.
Next Friday. Cool.
Yep. Next Friday, we will be headed out to Oregon to Salem's first one-wheel event called Battle at the Butte.
Battle at the Butte.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be cool.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of really awesome people that I haven't met yet are going to be there. That I'm pretty excited to see.
Yeah. It sure has been fun, you know, especially not for me, I'm guessing for many of the other people that have seen the evolution in the Dr. Lear musical experience. Just
Hey, just,
particularly satisfying just watching you push a couple buttons, turn a couple knobs, flick a couple switches,
we're just having fun.
and just kind of keep the non-copyright background music
Right?
right there, kind of vibing with the flow.
Yeah, it's fun actually because I don't even use a lot of music as inspiration. I just kind of like feeling out random stuff, and then I just kind of go with it, you know. And it's really fun because I can make my own sequences.
Oh, no, that's a great question. Does it have a built-in induction heater?
Ah,
I mean, you got a power strip there. There's no reason why you can't have a little
right.
induction heater
I
in
mean,
there.
come on.
Because none of this equipment pulls that much power.
No, not at all. I'm just trying to figure out what I want.
Oh, it could be right here.
Yeah, would we want a separate unit just locked in here? Because
That's what I would do.
Where's my bag? Where's my wand? You got a wand set up here?
I don't have a wand here right now.
Oh, it's over here. Well,
I've got an older Apollo that's just a plug-in. You know, it's only enough for about batteries. I think I need to have one of these blueberries that you brought in.
Talk about custom unit.
Oh yeah, I've got something in my pocket. For those of you that are still hanging out on the stream after all the various
come on, if it's
conversation,
it'd
you
be
know,
perfect.
that's nice. Oh, look, it does work. Focus. Fantastic. Look at that. So I've got a couple semi-custom Duradyne Unidynes that we're gonna contribute into the Dynaverse. Just because. Big fan of some of these colors. And I just love the way they feel. Blueberry muffin. So yeah, we'll just put some info in the chat if you're interested in one of these custom Unidynes. We'll find a new home for them. One of the nice people watching the stream today. That was a good one there, Jeremy.
Is this fun?
This is exactly what I wanted to be doing at this moment. How about you?
Absolutely. I've actually, so I've been organizing.
Where's the organ?
Yeah.
Is that playing the organ or it's called? Are you organizing your files, or are you organizing your equipment?
So it's I want to play these instruments live. Like that's the whole goal. All right, and like I'm not saying no to that. I know I'm recording things too, and that's fun. But I want to be able to play the instruments live on the spot. So to organize that and to switch songs, is a little bit more difficult than you would think. You know, compared to other things that are meant to switch songs a little easier or transition from different songs. So it's a lot of it is really fun actually because it's playing with releases. And this instrument has a lot of effects. So not only is there a lot of delays, but I can switch the different types of delays in different times. So by extending the release and hitting stop or pause with the delay, I can have it kind of this one echoing out while I'm preparing this one for a beginning. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of making my own way of doing it, which is exciting.
Something new. Maybe we're talking about this. Yeah, we do have a few interesting things. This one we did chat about. When was that? We did a live selling thing a little while back. I don't know if I'd call this new or old or both. This is the 2017 retro mod. So looks very close to 2017 because the stem is genuine 2017 stem. The tip, however, is a more recent production, and the cap is also a kind of remake, new production cap, because it's got the etching inside it. Maybe the camera is going to show, maybe not. See if it'll focus in. The close-up capability of this camera actually kind of blows me away.
Incredible.
It's basically a microscope. Isn't that neat? So slightly different. Anyway, 6 a.m. for you, just traveled across the world. I know that feeling. I mean, I just got back from a bit of a trip too. But anyway, that's a 2017 Retromod. A new 2017 tip, style tip, right? But generally manufactured to, we'll say, 2017 specifications, with a couple small tells, so the people that are looking to ensure that their product is vintage or not vintage will be able to determine that. But the actual stem itself is actual production run from 2017 or the very early part of 2018. So kind of fun. Yeah. Boy, you have to be careful. Got the door open because it was kind of warm today. We need some fresh air, but it's that time of day where the mosquitoes start coming in.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, picking those
And I think,
blueberries, I got
oh,
some
man.
mosquitoes.
I'm a pretty easy mosquito target right now because it was pretty warm in here today. So yeah. Oh man. So yeah, got some of these nice cap armors, or not cap armors, custom colored Unidines that we're gonna be sharing with you. Can't say that I can comply with everything, but if you have a preference to, got 2 different colors, right? I'll do my best to accommodate, if possible. So when you reach out to TeaTime at dynamap.com, just leave a note in terms of if you prefer the more bronzish colored one or the more bluish gray. And just, again, just interesting textures on these things. And I think the camera's actually doing a really good job kind of showing it. Because the texture on here, it just plays in the light in such an interesting way. It might kind of look gray, but there's some blue and some other colors in there, and it's just really kind of an interesting tactile feel to it. You know, it looks like stone. You know, here, does this feel like stone to you?
Gosh, that is such a weird feeling. I don't know about.
It doesn't feel like plastic, does it?
No, I see why you say stone because
Does it feel like metal?
no,
No. Okay.
no, but it's got a weird wow, almost like a rusted metal feel.
Okay.
Do you know how when metal like rusts over and it's got, but
not like gross.
no,
Okay.
no,
Now-
really.
now feel this one.
Actually,
Does it feel the same?
no,
No.
it's even smoother, but it's got the same like
I think the this bronze-ish colored one,
fast.
it feels like silk. Like actual fabric. Like,
Which one? This one?
that
Oh,
brown
this
one should
one.
be the same too, and you can feel this one too. Does that not feel like fabric?
It's just not like smooth. There is a texture there, but it's so slight that your
Yeah, like a
fingers.
really, really
Yeah.
fine silk.
Yeah, it's a silky feel. That's
Yeah.
exactly what that feels like. And this is like a rougher, silky feel. If
like
that's
that.
even a thing.
Yeah,
No, these are awesome.
super fun.
Almost like repelling feeling.
So these are
Those are
Jeremy's
fresh
homegrown blueberries,
blueberries, and we got 3 different types.
huh? Oh,
Blueberry
there's different
bushes.
strains.
Yeah, I don't separate them. I just pick them all at the same time. You can tell the big ones are different. Those coming off their own plant.
Oh,
If you can separate the taste. You could figure it out, I think.
and something I've noticed about blueberries, it's kind of fun.
One of the bushes are like really sweet. You can just tell every time you hit that one. It's not a sour one on it.
So the blueberry bushes that I have,
Then there's a really tart bush.
I really like them. So it was like a treat. I go in the yard to get some blueberries, and so I wouldn't want to pick them all. So I just pick a few and save some for the next day.
Right.
And I found that if I just had something to keep the birds off the bushes, that the blueberries would hang on the bush in an edible condition for months, not weeks, literally months.
Yeah, they get soft, but it's like as long as the shell doesn't crack,
The,
nothing will get to them because it's like that's when the bugs come.
well, it's amazing. It's not like a peach where when a peach gets ripe, you got hours before it falls and goes,
Exactly.
right? Or the bugs start eating it, you know.
Right.
But blueberries, they get ripe and they just hang there.
Yeah, I mean,
That's fun.
some of these I'm picking early, but there's a lot of them. So I guess in the past I've had them to where I haven't picked them in time, or those. Let me tell you what's been going on in the past that I haven't seen in the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Those beetles with the shiny little
Yeah, the Asian beetles.
green, blue green
The iridescent
shells.
ones.
Yes.
Yeah, the ones that look like the iridines.
Yes.
Yeah. They were so bad, like, what, 3-4 years ago? They were eating all my raspberries
So
and everything.
bad. No, they ate everything I had. They ate everything.
So when that started, I was like, okay, I know how to deal with these damn things. And I quickly went online and I bought some pheromone traps.
Are those you posted up the
You put a post on it, it's just like this big yellow thing, right? And it's got this fragrance that smells kind of like citronella. But what it really is it's like a it's a beetle scent that communicates to other beetles that, hey, come on over, we're having a party. And
okay, so they just all go in there and hang out.
well,
Yeah.
they fly towards this yellow thing, which is super slippery because it smells like there's where the party is, and then they fall into the bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a whole bunch of other beetles that are already at the party.
Right.
It's just not quite the party that they thought they were going to have. And so I put a few of these things up, and then Lori and I would go out with cups. You know, like you go to like the games and they give you these plastic cups, you know, with like the players on them, big plastic cup.
Right.
And you'd put this underneath the leaf because when you touch the leaves, they all fall. You know, it's like this defense mechanism. So you can't like pick them off your plants because you go wiggle the plant and all the beetles fall. But if you put the cup underneath the leaf and then you touch the leaf, they just fall into the cup.
Okay.
So we were like picking beetles
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did the same thing because they'll just fall right into the cup.
right in the cup.
Yeah.
So we'd do that for like a half an hour until the mosquitoes would start coming out, and do that every day. And it was crazy. We were filling like gallon jugs or jars with beetles. Like gallons of beetles.
They just constantly were eating all my fruit, everything, especially my grapes. They would eat everything, the leaves, the berries, every single thing. And
Yeah.
they were so bad that if I didn't get my blueberries in time, they would have them.
Yeah.
And they would have them like
Oh yeah.
at this stage.
Oh yeah.
Like you can see that this one
It's well here. We got
has
this close-up camera.
Yeah, get the close-up camera. This one's not probably as ripe as
So it looks good from this angle,
Say this one.
but you turn it over.
Here's a good comparison. This one's more ripe on that base.
Comparing blueberries, right?
Yeah, so that one's that darker one's going to be sweeter, less tart compared to the other one. It's going to be a little more tart.
Let's see. We'll eat the tart one first.
Assuming it's going to be
A little tart.
which I like that though. You never know what you're going to get with blueberries.
Oh yeah, those are sweeter.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just never know.
Oh, I just remember taking those beetles. Like, what am I gonna do with all these beetles? I know exactly what I'm gonna do with all these beetles.
What did you do with the beetles?
Well, they were eating all my fruit and my veggies and everything in the garden. It's like, well, you ever hear about the circle of life? Beetles went back into the garden.
So you used them as fertilizer?
It's like,
Hey, actually,
well, I figured they'd be
that
good
be-
fertilizer.
yeah. I mean, is it because a bug goes through the digestive system of a bat that it makes phosphorus and really, really good fertilizer? Or is it just the bug itself? Will it just break down on its own into that?
Again, circle of life. I mean, it's how the world works. You know, things live, things die, and then the elements that comprise our bodies
Yeah.
get recycled and become available for other things.
Back to fertilizer.
And so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to waste all these beetles. They all went back in the garden. And I learned something that I wasn't expecting.
What's that?
Those iridescent shells on these beetles are shockingly durable.
Oh, because they didn't break down?
I would be digging in the garden for over 2 years, and all of a sudden I'd find beetle parts.
Jesus, that's hilarious.
It's like, wow, I was not expecting that. When I find snails in my cucumbers, nice journey as they become pilots. Yeah. Little pitch bend there.
Yeah, it's called a glide. So it just like super wobbles and the more you do it, the more incredibly insane it gets. It's kind of like insanity now. I call it. Because at any moment you can just kind of make things quite nuts. You know.
That's pretty nice.
Well, it's like because it's an element of surprise, right? Did you actually hear that or not? That's what makes this fun.
Maybe my processor was speeding up or
Right.
slowing down.
Right. Yeah, that's for you to decide. Yeah, that's where the fun becomes with the synthesizer. There's so many more tricks that we can do.
So you go to Oregon next week.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Oregon?
No, this is the first time to Oregon.
Really?
This looks bizarre on the map. I mean, it just looks like it's a Sasquatch country kind of thing. You know, it's a lot of big trees.
Yeah.
From the area where we're going, and then like the ocean is literally like 45 minutes within this tree gap.
Okay.
So it's like way up there on the coast, and it's a camp, so it's gonna be probably like Float Life Fest type of situation. It's got the same camp vibes. There's a pool, and there's what looks really beautiful is like a natural theater. So it's like an amphitheater, kind of like with rock or cement bleachers.
Okay.
So it looks really incredible. I'm only seeing pictures, but that's where I plan to set up to play some music.
Yeah.
For people over there.
You gonna play in the theater?
Yeah, I mean maybe. We'll see.
That's cool.
Wherever we are, that's where we'll be.
I love it.
But that's the plan. We got some things ready. This is an interesting one because we're flying, so we got to borrow one wheel. But we've already made those arrangements.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Where is Dynavap headquarters located? Right here.
Right here.
Yeah, actually, we make our stuff I don't know, a few meters behind the camera.
Yeah, all around actually. Right.
Oh yeah, we make some over there too. A glass bug-shaped stem would be cool, wouldn't it? And yes, near Madison, Wisconsin.
Deforest.
Yeah. There is a new bonger.
What are the new features of it?
It's a bigger, better bonger. Bonger XL. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
What does it fit in now?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, so the bigger, better bonger will connect with even larger water tool openings and still leave a little bit more sticking out the end so you can grab it. Are you taking your guitar along, or just the?
That's the one thing that's not coming this time, but
Well, you know what?
that's okay.
Take the plugins. I'm sure someone's gonna have one you can borrow.
Yeah, I have mentioned that a guitar would be nice to have. So if anybody's got one to bring to the event, otherwise I can just hook it right up.
Exactly.
I have everything. They make a mobile amp and a pedal, George, with no lag. Well, it's got lag, but it's like so minimal.
It's acceptable lag.
It's actually acceptable. I've been chasing no lag with guitar equipment for probably about 18 years.
Okay.
I
What
mean,
condenser does the bigger bonger have? A little longer condenser.
a little longer condenser.
So the original bonger just used a standard condenser like you'd find in an M. But since the bonger itself was short, the condenser would stick out and go a fair distance inside your tip to really help keep everything nice and clean. The new bigger bonger uses an XL condenser, so the condenser is going to extend roughly the same distance from the end of the bonger as the original one. It's just bigger. According to Billy, there's no reason to carry a big tube amp anymore because the guitar interfaces are so much better.
Yeah, that's the thing. I've been using tube amps my whole life, so I'm accustomed to playing an amp. So the sound that comes out of an amp, like you just touch your strings and it just bleeds noise. You know what I mean? So you get used to that feeling and that understanding of like keeping the volume down because it's the 60 cycle hum and all that noise just comes blasting out. But now we've got Boss makes a pedal that I use that I can put in this case. That is an amp, and once it's plugged into my mixer, it really works really well. Really, really well. I'm impressed. I mean, because how do I test that? Well, I kind of just test it by trying to play to where I lose myself. That's how I, kind of get that feeling.
So you tell me you like getting lost.
Yeah, I like getting lost, especially on instruments. That's my favorite thing to do.
After you get lost, when do you get found?
Sometimes you never get found, George.
Oh, I don't know.
Sometimes you're swimming out here. No, there's always a comeback around. If you don't get found, find yourself. Always.
That's kind of the goal. I mean, do you remember when you found yourself?
Maybe a couple times.
Well, why don't you share a story with people in terms of some time when you found yourself? Because those can be really meaningful and impactful moments in life.
I think a moment when I found myself was realizing how afraid I was.
Okay, and how did that come about?
By starting to do more things. experiences.
Yeah.
Yeah, just meeting more people, going more places, doing more things, and realizing that I had things I wanted to do, and then I realized why I wasn't doing them.
Once you started doing them.
Yeah, yeah. There's always fear of failure
Fear of failure.
that kind of creeps in, and it preconceives your destination a lot of times. And if you let it, that's the big key.
And it can prevent you from even
Even
attempting.
starting what you're wanting to do. Yeah. No, it'll put the doubt in your mind that you are never good enough or were ever meant to do this. And then when you accept that, that's like true failure. By letting your
Yes.
your thoughts
So you don't accept that.
preconceive your destination. I don't accept that. No.
Yeah, the fear of failure to hold you back.
Right. No.
Whereas the fear of failure, it's not a bad thing.
No, you need to understand that failure.
Because you don't want to be fearless, because then fearless and how should I put it this way? What's the difference between fearless
It's
and
reckless.
foolish?
Yeah, reckless foolishness comes
No?
out of that. Yeah, you need to have. Well, you need to have what I call them as miniature lessons, which is like failures. I have a lot of many failures. I like I'll take this equipment out, and I pay attention to all the things that I wanted to go this way, but they didn't for what reasons. You know what I mean? And a lot of them that I just realized was the organization of my music inside the machine.
Right.
It's really hard to play when things are scattered in so many different directions.
Yeah.
And then it's hard to keep a flow. So then you got to understand the goals and start correcting your mistakes, which were your miniature failures, because that's how you get better at anything.
Yeah, so which I love that advice. It's really, how do you become more of what is what you are capable of becoming without becoming not quite what you thought you wanted to be, and learning from that experience so that you can become more of what you're looking to be?
I have the answer to that. Don't stop. It's the fear of failure and then the stop that never gets you to where you want to be.
I see something that I need to respond to. Maybe someday. I'm just not lucky.
Yeah.
So
That's a good one.
how do you feel about a statement like that, Jeremy?
Whew,
I'm not trying to pick on anyone when I say that. I think it's just a good example.
That's a good example because that's the same. It hides in different words. It hides in
does.
different categories, like the I can't or I won't.
Yes.
It's the same thing. It disguises itself in several.
And it's not just the words that we speak; it's the thoughts that we have.
Everything will hit that. Even whenever you decide to do it, whatever it is, and you like say that you're going to do it at whatever cost and whatever risk and whatever thing, you're still going to have then other people
that are either going to support you or not support you.
Slightly not support you that you thought you wanted to, and then a lot of things start to change then, you know what I mean? Like the people that you surround yourself with.
So when it comes to, again, the words, whether we speak them or we think them, they matter, and they matter a lot. It's not insignificant. It's massively important.
What if everything you say is a spell?
Well,
that
so
matters?
Yeah, so I challenge people to just try this. But if you're going to try it, you have to genuinely do it. Okay, and that's change not just the words that you use, change the mindset in terms of how you think about and approach things, to the point where instead of making a statement like "I'm not lucky," it's like change it to "I'm actually incredibly fortunate. It just hasn't been my turn yet for this type of experience." Okay, and so it's just a different perspective. And what this does is this kind of prepares the mind to accept the win. Okay.
Yeah, and there's always something you can be doing. That's a lot of the time.
There-
And I know
there
that
is.
we live in kind of a world where I feel like
Yeah, and
a lot of people will, I know a lot of people that I know call themselves lazy.
sure,
Right?
and that's not optimal. And I see another
I don't
comment
like
here.
the word.
I have people drag me down and say I can't do it. So, a mindset that
That's fuel.
I share with many other people that I'm going to say have accomplished some things that are important to them is I don't take that as advice. I take it as a challenge.
Right. Yeah. Fuel, I call it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because and it's just a nice way to spin things in a positive direction.
Well,
Unless someone's manipulating me and trying to get me to do something that I otherwise wouldn't do. Okay.
Right.
So you got to feel that one out. But when someone tells me, no, you just can't do that, it elicits a response that's kind of like, I'm not going to say anything. I'm not even going to respond to that verbally.
right.
But at some point down the road,
Type of fuel.
when you come to the realization that not only did I do that, but
Well, then you come
5 steps beyond.
But then they have to come to the realization of why they even began down that quest. Because like a lot of times, it took me a long time to realize that a lot of people don't want, not a lot of people, but there are certain types of people that you've surrounded yourself with your whole life that you didn't really mean to, because that was just your first.
They were just the first people you encountered.
Yeah. But a lot of times these type of people don't want to see you succeed.
Well, because
Without
to them it's a competition, right?
Right.
And so, just another challenging life lesson that I think we've had to come to terms with is not only do we have to choose, and we have the ability to choose the words that we think, the things that we think about, we have the ability to choose the people that we spend time with or that we allow to be in our lives.
Right. And I sometimes, when I, what did we start this with? When I had a change or
When you wake up,
a wake up experience.
wake up experience.
One of them was I so naive to not realize this my whole life? Wow. Because what we're trying to do is just become more aware. That's it. And more aware of yourself, your surroundings, and everything that you're capable of and what you're going to do. Like,
but it's not even so much the do even as it is, are you happy?
yeah, right.
Okay. I mean, seriously, are you happy?
Yes.
I don't know about you. I'm actually I'm in a great mood right now.
I think
I'm happy.
I'm more happy than I've ever been.
And why is that?
Well, because I decided to shut off all the noise and do what I want. To see myself do.
To decide, I think a couple important things. Correct me if I'm wrong, but to take ownership of your life experience.
Yeah.
That if I'm not happy, whose responsibility is it to change that?
Yeah, it's no one else's. I mean, think about that for a minute. That's like the awareness thing, right? How could it be someone else's job to give you a better experience?
No.
They have to worry about themselves. Like, you can't.
Yeah, they got to take care of themselves.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
So, like you, I came to this realization, and it's like, if I'm not happy, it's my own damn fault.
Right.
It's no one else's fault but mine. And so if I'm not happy, what am I going to do about that?
Yeah, it starts with the positions and the things that you've
The things we think about, the people we spend times with. And I can tell you that it really started to make sense for me when I spent a little bit of time with some people that I found to be inspiring, and I had an absolutely amazing experience. And as I'm thinking about the experience, and I'm observing these people and I'm having such a good time, it became a little bit more clear that, this happiness thing is optional.
It's a choice. Yeah, this is my favorite part about the understanding, because everything's a choice. Being angry in the moment
Right.
is...
It's an indulgence.
Yeah, and then when you realize that and then you see that happening to someone, then you have to like, you kind of dissect it. You know what I mean? You're like, well, are they seeking extreme attention?
Right.
Like, what is the reason?
Or are they just
purpose?
lost?
Yeah, because it's like a Jedi thing.
Yeah, I love it. I love
but
it.
anger does seem to cloud your cognitive function. So like if you were looking for a tool and you get angry because you can't find it, that ain't gonna help. You know what I mean? But it starts to get frustrating, right? Because you're
Oh,
like,
yeah.
you know that feeling. I mean, I go
Oh,
through this constantly.
I know that feeling incredibly
Daily.
well. When I'm looking,
Daily.
especially when I'm looking for a tool that it's supposed to be right there.
Oh man.
Why is it not right there?
I was looking for Velcro today for this. That's the duct tape. And I couldn't find my Velcro, and I was like, I know it was right there. I looked at the same place like 6 times, right?
It still wasn't there.
It didn't pop up there. So I'm like, we're trying to will it to be there. Right? Like, it's just no. That's the new kind of understanding that I have in life is what else can I use? Because I'm not going to be able to find it today, and I'm not going to get any. So it's like, what's the alternative substance that I need that's like Velcro to use to keep this?
Yeah, how do I solve this problem so I can move on to the next thing?
Yeah, right. And then time starts to, become an issue. It's just fun. I don't know. Life is insanely fun.
I love the tie cap armor too. Especially with the perf cap.
Oh,
yeah. Big fan of the tie cap armor and the perf cap.
The tie cap armor is fascinating because I can kind of make any bowl more unique to the experience that I'm expecting. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Or any tip with this kind of like, doesn't matter if it's stainless steel or titanium. Just fascinating because
turn a knob. That's so fun. I love watching you do that.
I love exits. Wasn't that neat?
Yeah.
That's the end? Like, come on.
This looks like a good spot.
I hit the glide a little, so I just get a little whew.
Now transition into the next one.
Right. That's what I've been working on. It's not going terribly bad. It's still a bit slow.
Low temp cap and cap armor too. That sounds like fun. So the perforated caps are super fun because they change the airflow dynamic, especially with the cap armor. And then whether that's going on a heavier stainless tip or titanium tip, it can all change things. Ooh, best settings for the YLL. Man, because of the massive variance in mass of your various different tips, especially when combining with cap armor, etc., it really kind of depends. But something that I do really encourage people to try, I don't have the YL handy today, but I can use a wand as an example because it works with both. You can pick up your induction heater and you can actually taste as it's heating up. And I do really encourage people to drive-by taste and just kind of experience the flavor gradient as the temperature rises. Really fun, especially if you turn the power down so the temperature rises more slow.
Yeah, that's my favorite way to do it. You just get the full effect of it slowly heating up. And then, you know what I think I see people concerned about is when they're driving by the taste, they feel like they can't take a breath because they're gonna like miss out on it.
Yeah.
Just take it easy. Just breathe.
Well, the other thing you can do is you can pull it out, take a breath, and then put it back in.
Yeah.
And keep the warm up thing going.
That's
what's kind of fun about the whole thing.
I do a midpoint. I'll do like a halfway there, and then I'll kind of like breathe out and let it go. And then the next one now is like this, lots of vapor.
Yeah.
With the click. And because you're already breathing in, I go past the click just a little bit because I'm already pulling air. So you can just go a little bit.
Well, the thing is, the click is an indicator.
Right.
so is the flavor. And for anyone that's used these products for a little while, you know what flavor you're looking for. So when you taste the flavor you're looking for, then you either pull it out of the induction heater or turn it off.
Right.
Stop heating it. And then just ride that. And, with the wand, I can just push the button to add a little bit more heat as the flavor starts to fade, or if I want a little bit more boost. It's kind of fun. Drive-by taste, yes. Titanium cap armor block the perforated cap? No, not at all. And neither does the stainless cap armor. In fact, the cap armor was engineered with an annular space so that when combined with cap armor, the air that would normally flow, or combined with a perforated cap, the air would normally flow just straight through the perforations and kind of shortcut into your chamber, but it has to go underneath the hot perforated cap. It's lovely. Better after a session with Helix Tip armored cap. And some super skunk.
Hell yeah, that sounds.
I haven't had any super
nice.
skunk in a long time.
I don't know how to explain. I get the weirdest gifts
Damiana.
at the weirdest times. You ever get just like, who's watching you? Because like when you run out of something, how do you get a gift that like you didn't even ask for?
You didn't ask for it, nor were you expecting.
No, and it comes like at this perfect time, and you're like, jeez.
I can tell you how. There's this interesting magic formula, right? And it comes down to a couple key factors. Number one, finding a way to strategically put yourself in the company of other happy people. Number two, finding ways to contribute to the overall experience to help not only keep those people happy, but to hopefully bring something new and interesting into the overall experience for everybody. And by making these contributions, inevitably, someone else in that group notices that, I'll bet you this person would like XYZ. And it just becomes this circle of
awesome.
Yeah.
Of happiness and awesomeness.
And then now you feel great. And so now you're looking for the next opportunity to make someone else.
Yeah, the feeling of like, oh, I can't wait to give this thing to somebody. I've never had a better feeling in my life sometimes than that moment. Because like, and it also comes with the fact that I'm not looking for anything afterwards.
No.
That's where
it's not about what can
special.
I get.
Right. No.
It's about what can I get.
It's about what do I think that person needs. That's kind of what it is.
Oh yeah, it's almost like
it's
a game.
Hilarious. Yeah, it's fun.
It's a really fun game.
Well, it's the reason it's also fun is because it plays forward really well.
Ooh, Durban Gelato. I love that.
When you see others kind of doing it, you kind of want to be a part of the game.
Well,
yeah.
I think that's been a big part of the overall finding the happiness thing is not that one group of people is better than another. That's not it at all. But one group of people is going to be more compatible for the things that matter to any individual person than others.
Right.
And know what that is. Find that. And if you don't know what it is, get out of your house and go find it. You know, travel helps.
Just like you were saying, like, what is making you depressed if you're depressed or if you're not feeling happy? You know what I mean? It's time to start identifying, like, the reasons.
Right.
That's what's...
It's not for no reason. It's
right.
for a reason.
It's happening because of where you're placed yourself in this...
Because of the decisions that we make and because of the thoughts.
That we collect. Yeah. Yeah, the thoughts are huge.
Huge. Yeah. Have you noticed that when I think about all the fun and exciting things that there are to do, it's inspiring. When I think about how bad things can be, it's not inspiring.
Yeah, right.
Oh, well, we should probably touch on another topic regarding that. Did you see the news?
Probably not.
Exactly.
I hate these conversations. No.
No.
No, I don't
The
want
answer is no. News?
news.
Who's news?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean that propaganda that you indulge in that makes you feel like shit? No, I don't pay attention to that.
I mean, because that's what I consider news. Like, news that I had some more blueberries ready today.
Oh, yeah. That's exciting.
That's
The
good
blueberries are
news.
getting ripe.
Yeah.
Or,
I see some pears starting to form up, ready to go. That's good
Oh.
news.
oh, your wife said you gotta mow the grass.
Not so good news, but
You know, how bad is life when the bad news is you gotta mow the grass?
right. That's the worst news. We're having it okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And there's a reason that we probably shouldn't be talking any of that, because my God, it's so subjective.
No. We
You're-
talk
you're
we talk
going
about things
to-
that make people happy.
Isn't it hilarious though? You're going to upset someone if you talk about one of those two subjects, like, or a group.
Yeah. Let's
I
talk
don't
about
want
let's talk about
don't want any part of it.
talk about some tasty things. Some interesting people.
Yeah.
Cool place to go. You get this nice vibe going. I mean, this music's getting me pissed off. No,
Yeah,
not.
right.
Yeah, the lyrics are just getting to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that's why I cut him out.
Yeah.
No, I mean, look, I'm excited for the future, and that's what you should be, right? Like, I have things that are kind of planned out. I've been having a pretty good ride here. This has been fun. Ever since I changed my course about what I was doing, I've now been asked to be at places. I'm not trying hard to ask if I can, or like, what can I do? No, it's starting to be understood what I'm doing, but it's also becoming needed, so it's like,
Kind of fun what happens when you focus on doing the things that are really important to you.
oh yeah, which, okay, then gives me the reason to spend 5 to 7 hours a day working on all of it, which is like, wow, I never really thought that I would have this much of a reason,
To do something
To-
that you
to-
love to do.
to be working on a hobby, so to speak, which that's what I hear from a lot of people, is like, before I kind of took it as serious as I have,
Yeah.
I was hearing like, oh, well, it's your hobby, it's not supposed to like be the means that you make anything or do anything. And it's like, well, why not? What are you to say
I
that?
hope I don't look like I'm getting pissed off. That was sarcasm, by the way.
Yeah, the question is, how could you be pissed off in a moment like this? Like,
That would be an achievement, wouldn't it?
it would be.
And not in a good way.
No, it would be really bizarre. But anything that makes me in those type of moods seem to be an accumulation of things nowadays, not like one big event. And then I find out, okay, here's a good one. My brother helped me with this one.
Oh yeah?
Because I said, yeah, my brother, which is now in the military, he's in what do they call it? Training camp?
Really?
Boot camp? Yeah, he's in boot camp right now, one of my brothers.
Wow.
Anyway, I was driving out in the car, and I got upset. Something almost happened in the car, and then after that, I seen like 3 or 4 more events unfold that were like, just, God, dude, what is going on? Like, and it's like, I ask myself and other people too sometimes, like, why is it when I have one bad car event that I see like 4 or 5 more? Well, the truth is, you're attracted to this now. You're like,
You're thinking about
you're
it.
thinking about it because it hit you once.
Uh-huh.
You can't get it to leave you.
And it's
So now you're noticing it.
it's the impact of what's going on
It's
right
attraction.
here.
It's like the law of
Yeah,
attraction,
this-
right? You attracted some bad vibe, and now all you can see is this bad vibe, kind of, and it's accumulating. So it's kind of like beating on you a little bit until it crashes in.
Yep.
But it's your, like, it's it's like this. I have these moments now where it's like, okay, there's the third like kind of crappy thing, and I'm like, it's not gonna hit me, not gonna phase. We're gonna get over this, and it always happens. You forget about it if you do that.
Well,
Like,
well, shift the thinking.
yeah,
You know, start focusing on something that
I
is
used
a
to
little bit
think,
more positive.
I used to think there was these moments in life where just bad things happening right now.
Right.
It's accumulation of just in this moment at this place and time. There's always going to be this rough effect going on. You know, it's like I was talking to my kids the other day. It's like we were choosing to go to eat. We were trying to choose the best place. Well, what if no matter what we chose in that moment or where we went, it was still going to be about the same? What if that's the way life works? What if there is no better option in that moment? You know what I mean? It's
Right.
whatever you're doing. I don't know. I like to think like that though, because it's stuff that can't
Yeah.
necessarily be understood. But then there's the the photon test right now, where they're shooting photons. With the ones that you don't look at are like scattering off, and the ones that you look at are programmed.
Well, they're manifesting at the subatomic level.
It's incredible. But like, then how do we know? Because how are we observing them?
Well, it's one of those.
Something's we're trying to catch them without looking.
Yeah.
It's like humans are getting too smart for their own good.
I mean, you know, I've got an opinion on that, and it's kind of fun. What it really is we're finding the processor limitations for the universe.
Right.
Okay, so since we're living in a simulation anyway, the CPU that determines how all the matter needs to be assembled in such a fashion for the inhabitants of the simulation to perceive it, it doesn't want to be assembling matter that is not going to be perceived. So it keeps that in reserve.
Yeah, right.
Why assemble things that no one's going to observe?
Right.
So it's not relevant. So you save the processing power, and you only manifest the things that are going to be observed just before they're about to be observed. And then after they're no longer being observed, they can basically fade back away into something else.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty fascinating. To me, when I think about a large scale too, I feel like when I look at the solar system, it looks just like machinery on a larger scale. Do you know what I mean? Because I see machines and I see what we can do and stuff, and it's like, well, then you think of the ant theory, which is my favorite theory.
Oh,
the ant, right? Because it's like you will never be able to tell an ant your name or to sit there and tell it the things, or it will never understand this because it cannot comprehend. So what's happening to us?
Well, that's
then?
presumptuous.
Right? Well, yeah, I don't know. It's very true, right? I don't really know. Maybe it does understand, but it chooses not to.
It just doesn't want to pay attention then.
Right. So, what is if and then the ant's living in its own little anthill and just has no idea. So we think it has no idea that like there's a much bigger, complex world
Right.
out there.
The ant doesn't want to think that it was put there to be someone else's lunch.
Yeah, right.
But-
So I mean, what about us though on this scale?
No, and the universe doesn't want us to think the same thing either.
Right. So if there is a larger
Purpose.
yeah, what if there's bigger creatures putting together the solar system in
Do-do-do,
weird time
do-do-do.
frames? Yeah, like magnetics and
Prove
gravity.
prove that it isn't.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Prove that it isn't. It's just
I
a
love
good.
it.
It's an interesting thought to take away, right? What's the scale, right?
Oh, well, if the doctor says you can't play with the devil's lettuce, well, there's always hops and lavender, which are pretty darn
Lavender is awesome.
Isn't that nice?
No, let's talk about this for a minute
nice. Yeah.
because the feeling that I got off of like vaping lavender and hops was I got like shivers. I got like chills.
Not yucky ones.
No, it gave me like goosebumps and stuff like that. It was
Neat.
a lot more of a feeling than I thought it was going to be. It was very relaxing, very soothing. I've been drinking rose petals lately.
Drinking rose petals.
Yeah. That's what's wrong with me. No, we were at Woodman's and we got some tea, and there's just rose petals, and I was like, really? Rose petals for tea? I was like, yeah, give me a bag of that. That sounds fun. So I got plum, black tea, and rose petals. So I've been every day like mixing those together and having like a rose tea. So that antioxidant benefits and
Okay.
slight flavor.
Sure.
But yeah,
Oh yeah, mint is also great, and tea.
yeah. Oh, how about
And
straight menthol?
that's only for the hardcore.
That's some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the good stuff. Straight menthol.
Smells like grandma's. Okay. I don't know about you, Jeremy. Maybe this is happening to other people, but I can tell you that the past few weeks, of course, for anyone that doesn't know, I was in Europe.
Right.
Which was an amazing trip.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Went good.
And then I got back here, and had actually a great ride. Flight. It was very pleasant.
Okay.
Landed in Minneapolis.
This is coming back.
Coming back.
Okay.
Had to go through customs. Thankfully, that was minor. And it's like, okay, I gotta walk to my gate. And I walked around all of the moving things, thinking I need to get some more motion because I've just been stuck on an airplane for 8.5 hours.
Yeah, they say you don't get a blood.
It's like, I should be fine. I checked the board to see where the gate was to Madison. And so I landed in Minneapolis in like G13 or something like that.
Right.
And the gate I need to get to is like A14 or something like that. Which, it's not quite, I mean, it's a few gates short of as far away from here as you can possibly get without leaving the airport. Okay. So I keep walking. And I had a little over an hour from landing. Got to get your bags and recheck them and then go back through security because the U.S. has to have their own security. Even though you've been on an airplane.
Okay, so that's what I meant by being in the system.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you still had to get like pretty much rechecked when you got here.
Which you don't have to do that when you go to Europe. Okay.
Interesting.
Which is super interesting.
Because you're in the system.
I check my bag.
Yeah. Like
when I leave here, and when I arrive where I'm going in Europe, I pick it up.
Right.
When I'm coming home,
you got to do. Like,
I check my bag, and then when I land in the U.S., I got to get my bag, and I got to go through customs, and I got to recheck my bag, and go back through security like I just arrived at the airport.
What are we bringing in from Europe? That's what they're thinking, I guess.
And then do it all over again. So I get all that done, and I walk the entire airport. And as I'm pulling up to the gate, it says Chicago Midway. I'm like, wait a minute. And so I open my phone, open the app. Why do I have to use an app? Why can't I just look at the screen in the airport, you know?
It's so
Oh, you need to go to C24. And it's boarding right now. I'm like, oh, that's nice. I better walk faster.
And you've probably already been called. Does it call your number?
I get there, and it was almost a repeat because when I flew out to Europe a few weeks ago, my flight leaving Madison was delayed.
Okay.
So when I arrived in Detroit to get to Amsterdam, it was interesting that the person sitting next to me was all anxious as can be.
Yeah.
And you get there and just trying to get off the flight. It's like, I don't know if I can make my flight. I said, where are you flying? It's like, Amsterdam. I was like, well, I'm going there too. I don't know if we're gonna make it. It's like, oh, it'll be fine. Watch, we'll get there, no problem. So I kind of helped her out. We walked her through the Detroit airport, and you're normally getting on these, international flights. It takes a little while to load the plane.
Right.
They closed the door like 2 minutes after we got on the airplane.
Jesus.
There was 0 people outside the gate except the people standing in front of the counter
When you got
we
there?
walked up. They're like, "Oh, you made it." It's like, "Yep."
Just barely.
We walked on the airplane and everything was good. And the return flight was kind of the same way. We got on the airplane and sat down. Okay, the door's now been closed. Like, well, guess I made the flight.
I'm always nervous about this stuff in the airport.
Yeah, it can have that effect on you.
It's overwhelming.
It
There's a lot
it
going
can be
on.
really strong.
And then you get to Chicago. Yeah, like you said, like it's like, okay, this is easy. And then you get to Chicago and you're like, I gotta go where? I gotta walk how many miles over to where? And then you start seeing all the like stores and they repeat and there's so many and you're like, wow, this is interesting. You know, it's like its own city inside the airport. Fascinating. Very, very interesting. Yeah, O'Hare is a huge one.
Amsterdam's a big airport.
Is it?
Oh yeah. Yeah, airports can be stressful. But I think airports tend to be the most stressful because of all the people there that are stressed.
Everybody's having a pretty rough time, right?
I don't know. I had an absolute blast on my way home.
I had a few rough times recently, too.
Oh yeah, you had a few canceled flights
3.
on one trip.
Oh my gosh.
And it was only a 3-day trip.
That just sounds terrible. I mean, you just never know, right?
Yeah.
What's going to happen. At least flying's safe, right?
I heard that Amsterdam will no longer sell anything to Americans at a coffee shop. I guess I must not be American.
They're not. What?
You know, there's been rumors about that sort of thing going on for years.
Why though? Like, what's the
Well,
reason?
because
Money's
they
money.
complain about tourism and that sort of thing. You know, but a lot of that is, again, it comes back to this this type of communication that some people call news that really is mislabeled as propaganda. And the whole purpose of news is not to inform you of anything; it's to raise your emotional level. And not generally in a positive direction.
Right.
So, anyway, I don't think it's true. Paris. Yeah, I've been through Paris too. That's not a small one. I much prefer Amsterdam over Paris. Especially, you know, I know when I'm in Amsterdam, especially if I'm going to be leaving the airport in Amsterdam, there's a lot of good things just outside the airport.
I'm telling you right now, though, like because I haven't watched the news in a while, watching it,
oh, it's excruciating.
just makes me laugh. I mean, watching like advertisement for the nightly news coming up and seeing like just the way they talk and how they're talking about bad things and they're like trying to catch you. They're like, oh, you're gonna want to see this guy get murdered tonight on like, you know what I mean? It's like that bad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, thefts all around town.
Oh,
We got him covered.
If you're looking for something to get your energy level up and your emotions in exactly the wrong place before you go to bed, tune in 15 minutes.
Yeah, right. It's just so fascinating because it's like, how can we get?
If you're having a great day and you're looking to fuck it up, we got you covered.
Yeah. No good stuff here, only the bad. It's like, wait, wasn't there any good?
Yeah,
news
if you're tired of all the great things that life has brought you recently, and you're looking for something negative,
oh, dude, it exists, but I just had a total huge epiphany. Why don't we have a news station that like does not promote anything negative, only the good thing? What if it searches?
What do you mean?
For the good things.
We're on it.
This is it, I guess.
This is it.
Yeah, I mean,
how many negative things are we talking about? But we did talk about the news.
Just a big giant conglomerate. negative things that are being negative.
Yeah, well, that's just someone else trying to
But we're not bringing
do their thing.
there's a difference between being negative
No.
about it and bringing awareness to it. Right?
Yeah. Well, only because I feel very strongly that that decision that I very distinctly remember making in July 2007. Said, you know what? I'm done.
Yeah. I don't know exactly when it happened to me. But
Why then? July 2007.
Yep.
You know that then?
Yeah, I know it very distinctly then, because July of 2007 was a transition point for me from when I had to make a very difficult and very uncomfortable decision to step out of the business that I was part of and go into the unknown, because the business I was part of, it just wasn't quite in alignment with the things that I cared about and that I was interested in. And I felt like there was just more out there for me, so I had to make the change. And
change, that's the word.
yeah, I had to make the change. And what I was doing prior to that is I was doing service work, which meant I was driving a fair bit every day. And as I was driving, I'd have, the radio on. Sometimes it was public radio, sometimes it was other things. I was just kind of paying attention to some politics and things like that were going on. And I just found it kind of annoying and irritating. It's like, man, I wish it wouldn't go like that and this, that, and everything else. And when I made that decision to change, it's like, well, I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm not going to listen to news in the radio. I'm not going to watch it on TV. In fact, I'm going to go the complete opposite direction. Instead of trying to pay attention to make sure I'm staying up to date on everything, what would happen if I go out of my way?
I mean,
That's funny. Part of a combustion-based business, which is actually accurate.
combustion based.
Yeah,
Actually, yeah,
it is accurate. I used to clean chimneys, right?
That's funny, yeah.
I had to clean up the mess from people burning stuff on purpose.
He was just full of soot when he went home. He was sick
Oh,
of the burn.
Oh, there was days I was full of soot.
I believe it.
I can remember taking a shower and seeing all the black coming
I was
off.
just thinking of, I envision you
nasty.
like in the snow, being full of soot in the snow, like just white everywhere.
Oh
He's
man.
black. Well, dude, it had to be. I mean, you're basically scrubbing the soot out of chimneys, aren't you? Is that how it works?
Yep.
So
And
there's-
other things like
there's
that.
no way that you're not getting a part of this dust cloud of sootiness.
Oh, there's no way you're not getting
Right.
it on your skin, in your eyes, up your nose, in your lungs, everywhere.
Ultimate
It's yucky.
carcinogenics.
No, it's nasty stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Another reason why is like, I need to go a different direction. And it's not to cast any negativity, in that direction. It's certainly work that needed to be done. Okay. It just wasn't the work that I felt was in alignment with who I am and what I'm good at doing, and what my purpose is in being part of this whole experience.
Right.
So, changed careers and changed my whole mental outlook on things kind of all at the same time. And so now the game was not stay on top of what's going on in the world. Now it's like, what would happen if I went out of my way to avoid that influence? To just very strategically and intentionally avoid the programming. Okay, and the
Right.
word programming is super important, because that's what the stuff on TV is
That's what it's called.
programming.
Yep.
Okay, when you watch it, you get programmed.
Yes.
So
It's blatantly telling you what's going on.
yeah, so when you don't participate, well then you get this beautiful opportunity to program yourself instead of letting
Right.
someone else do it for you. And this way, you get to make some of the choices, which some of those choices aren't the right ones, and they're not great. But then you can make other choices based on those not so good choices. I've had some just absolutely delightful moments, and I have to credit a lot of it to going out of my way to avoid all that negativity that comes from allowing someone else to program me.
Yeah, what good is it for you?
It's not. When you're being programmed to someone else's benefit. And sometimes that's coming at your expense. When you program yourself, well, you're driving the bus. Where do you want to go?
Yeah, I think bad
I like
programming
this.
that causes worry.
Here's a guy who doesn't even own a TV anymore.
And has it hurt you to not own that TV? You know what I mean? Like, I doubt it.
No.
I haven't missed anything by not watching regular programming.
What do you mean?
Television.
You know how many series you've missed on Netflix?
Oh my gosh. When I was little, I used to watch, like, the people watching me watch soap operas. And there's a distinct feeling I remember like, that I still get, like, sometimes,
that?
like, this dull, drabby, disturbing, bad acting. Like, just, like, it's a cheap program, right? Like, they're just actors every day doing the same thing. Like,
I actually kind of admire those people. Because talk
be able
about
to do it
talk
is pretty
about
incredible.
dedication.
Oh
wow.
Yeah,
Just
right.
Just mind-blowing dedication.
TV acting. Yeah, that'd be a
Well,
lot
you
of
think
work.
there are some of those soap opera actors that did these TV shows for decades. And there's another episode every single weekday for decades. Just amazing.
It's incredible.
Just absolutely amazing to me. And it was an hour.
I just distinctly, like, the shows were kind of like they had this drabby
Oh yeah.
color,
The light,
sound, emotional talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was just like, oh, I can't do this. Like, there's nothing worse being stuck in the house with a soap opera on and everybody's locked in. Ugh. That was my worst envisionment of TV.
Staying this tip cap to cap. There is a possibility that every now and then, if you get more than one CCD in your tip, they can get aligned in such a fashion that they obstruct the airflow significantly. So that can be one component of it occasionally. So take the cap off and draw. If it draws well, then it's not that. The cap is rarely the thing, but if you have an extra cap, you can swap that too. So one of the nice things for people that have a few of these things to do, troubleshooting becomes really easy. So see if that helps. Otherwise, reach out to us and we'll get you figured out. Sounds like a video game in the background.
I know.
Well, I think I could sit here for hours just listening to you do this and chill.
I do this for hours. It's fun because it's like there's this, it's the I have mission statements like when I'm doing it, like, because I don't want to get burnt out. I don't like that thought, or like the fact that you're doing something you love so much to where it doesn't become fun anymore, type of thing, or you know what I mean. So it's like I have that on my notepad. It's like rule number 3: have fun. Stop thinking so hard. just let it go. Like,
I
just,
love
you
it.
know what I mean? Because it's like the only time that happens is when I'm like locked into something I want to go my way. And when it doesn't and it can't get my way, then I start to get frustrated or something. And it's
Yeah. Then it's time to change your mind or change your
you
activity.
just gotta let it go. Yeah, you gotta like move on. And then when you come back to it later, you'll be better in the flow state of letting it just kind of like come across.
And occasionally, or actually often, go to bed.
Yeah. Yep.
Because getting a sleep cycle in tends to really help things.
It's an interesting feeling when I'm like 7 hours deep and I'm truly exhausted, you know, trying to like find the next thing. And then I kind of start laughing at myself because I'm like, yeah, I can't think much to do much anymore. I'm like literally fried. Used up all my abilities for the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, fresh sleep, and then I'm not gonna say it's easy to stay in the flow. It takes effort to do what you want.
Well, so does paddling a canoe.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like I realized that like taking these like having the moments where I'm not out and working on it, that's the moments of why it's so awesome. You know what I mean? When it's taken out because of the time spent, and that's so important. It's just the time spent makes you better on the machines, you know. So it doesn't matter what it is. It's just like if you're not getting good at the thing that you think you want to be getting good at, well, it's probably not spending enough time. You know, it's not just gonna come. You can't sleep on the book and learn the knowledge, right?
It certainly helps to read it.
Yeah, like you're gonna have to take the time to read it and then do it. Which there's a part of you sometimes that says, "Oh,
No, because that's the comfortable route,
right,
and there's that choice again, right?
yeah,
The more we choose comfort, the less comfortable we become.
yeah." It's an interesting way to think
And I
about.
really mean it that way, because when we choose to just relax, not saying we shouldn't, we can't do that ever. When we choose to just relax, I'm gonna go recharge. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna watch TV for a couple hours. I'm gonna binge watch this whole series. And then I'm not gonna. I'm just tired tomorrow. I'm just gonna eat a bunch of crap food because it tastes great, and then it makes me tired. And I'm gonna take a nap, and then the whole weekend's gone, and I didn't get anything done that was on my list. You're comfortably becoming less of what you want to be.
Right.
And
Yep.
then things start to get less comfortable because now the things that needed to get taken care of aren't.
Right.
And
You're not prepared.
And now you either have to hurry and rush things, or you got to pay to have someone else take care of these things that you could have done on top of everything else, and you got more to manage. It just becomes less appealing.
Yeah, I mean that's why kind of the path that I've kind of taken here with just playing music and doing some entertaining work. You really can't not be prepared and it to go well. Does that make sense? Like you're definitely preparing for something here. There's no way you can get out of it if you don't prepare for it. It ain't gonna go well, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like whenever you're preparing for more of a performance,
it's motivating.
Oh, it is. It's extremely motivating to know that the moments that you sat alone, gruelingly building. There's these moments where it becomes so apparent why you did it later if you let it happen, you know?
Or these moments become so apparent that, I should have prepared.
Yeah, I should have prepared better. Yeah, right. That's the little failures that I was talking about. You always find those little failures where it's like, next time.
ADD, huh? Yeah. one of the biggest,
It's hard to stay organized.
most advantageous disadvantages that there is to have.
Yeah, it's hard to stay organized.
Do you know what? Is it though? And what I mean by that is life is not extraordinarily easy for anyone.
No, it's never. There was never anything that said it was going to be.
In fact, without the challenges, where does the fulfillment come from?
Yeah, what if you had every single thing given to you and handed to you, and you didn't have to work or move or do anything for anything? Would you actually be?
You would be a disaster.
Satisfied or happy
Not
about
even
most
close.
of anything?
Not even close.
No.
There's some examples of this, and I'm not trying to pick on anyone in particular when I say this, but they're referred to sometimes as like the trust fund kids.
Right.
That
Right.
there's so much resources that they have access to that this leaves them in this really interesting condition where they don't even know what their purpose is.
Yeah, right.
Because they can buy anything they want. That's what you do. And they end up getting lost, and a lot of them have some real problems.
Yeah, when you wouldn't think that that would be the case because of...
No, because many of us have had to struggle through, okay, now how am I going to take care of this situation? How am I going to pay for that?
Right.
Which is, it forces focus and priority. Ten projects at once, yeah. Oh, I like this. The man who wants for nothing is most satisfied. Cheers. All right. So, sounds good?
Yeah, sounds good.
On to the next thing.
Yep. That's all you can do.